Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Here we go! Check, walk 54. You.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Big hold to the 30. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? 55. Here we go, D. Here I come. Check. Look at me. Door. Watch the whip. Check go.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, wahoo! 55. Hey, E. Oh, you got D? Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go. Mike, 55. Be driven.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Throwing his lock on third down. And he comes back with one complete.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hatchet, hatchet. Check, 52.
Into the red zone, it's locked. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hey, Haywood. Mark 55. Mark 55. Ready?
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they... And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Hey, high 7 to go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
18 Gator. I'm going back to you.
From the gun, it's locked. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Lock now. Already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Orbit, recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
On second down, it's Hines. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Got it.
Watching you five. Hey. Check, 55.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And able to find Dorsett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Clock now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15.
He's checking. Crash.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Watch the twist.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Watch the slant. Check 99.
Locke working out of the gun. And able to find Conley. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing now is Locke. To Boyle here over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's got the hookup with Conley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Pick it up. Switch.
They run with Hines. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Philip Dorsett, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Throw left side, complete. That's McKenzie. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Block. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Down.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Under pressure, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Under 10.
Now Murray off play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Go.
Let's put him on the buses.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Complete to Dorsett. And he's taken down inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Caught here by Conley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Lock now on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Our time. It's our time. Boom. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, he dumps it off to Barkley. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Here's Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Philip Dorsett, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Bandit. Check nickel.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2, and here's Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Gmakaveli05'. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, seems the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Rock it. Hard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56, right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 56 to Mike. 56.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Block. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
60 Pittsburgh.
Get him.
Hey, Delta.
56. Check 56.
Now Locke. And that will be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Murray. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Check back. Check back. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw is Murray. He's going to wind up and air it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30. Past the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Murray to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for American Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch it.
Now Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First throw of overtime for Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, it's Hines. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now what can Locke do with his drive? And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.